If you're over 60 and searching for a simple way to stay strong, mobile, and full of life without needing a gym membership or heavy workouts, this message is for you. Around the world, people look to Japan for secrets to long, healthy living, and one of the most overlooked yet powerful habits Japanese elders swear by are gentle bedtime movements that restore energy, calm the body, and keep joints flexible. These aren't complicated exercises, they're mindful practices you can do right before sleep in the comfort of your own bed. No equipment, no pressure, just small, consistent actions that yield incredible results over time. Imagine drifting into sleep each night, not with tension in your shoulders or stiffness in your legs, but with a deep sense of release, knowing that you're actively supporting your health, your independence, and your vitality. When you think of staying healthy after 60, the first image that may come to mind is intense exercise, gym sessions, or long walks that sometimes feel difficult to maintain. But Japanese elders show us a different path, one that is far gentler yet profoundly effective. They have passed down simple bedtime movements that are rooted in both tradition and mindfulness, practices that have kept generations strong, flexible, and resilient without ever stepping into a gym. These movements are not about exhausting the body, but about restoring it, creating a sense of harmony before drifting into sleep. Imagine lying in your bed, the day winding down, and instead of carrying stiffness into the night, you release it slowly and intentionally, one small motion at a time. That is the gift of these 5 nightly rituals that Japanese elders swear by. The first is the gentle knee-to-chest stretch. Lying on your back, you draw one knee toward your chest and hold it there for a few breaths. Then you release and switch sides. It's so simple, yet it brings relief to the lower back, an area that carries the weight of the body day after day. This stretch not only eases the tension, but also stimulates digestion and blood flow, making it easier for the body to rest and heal overnight. Over time, this small nightly practice can help reduce chronic stiffness and even improve posture. The second movement is ankle rotation. It may seem like a minor action, but for elders who value mobility, it is a secret weapon. You raise one leg slightly, rotate the ankle in gentle circles, change directions, and then switch to the other foot. This keeps joints supple, supports circulation in the lower limbs, and helps prevent swelling and cramps that so often disturb sleep in older adults. In Japan, this is considered a way of taking care of the foundation of the body, since healthy feet and ankles support balance, walking, and independence. The third is a soothing spinal rocking motion. With knees bent and feet flat on the bed, you gently sway your legs side to side. This loosens the lower spine, massages internal organs, and relaxes the nervous system. It feels almost like a lullaby for the body, a natural rocking that signals the mind to let go of stress. Japanese elders often pair this with deep breathing, inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other, making the movement not only physical, but deeply calming to the mind. Then comes the shoulder roll. Sitting on the edge of the bed or lying down, you slowly rotate your shoulders forward and backward. This simple act releases tension that builds up in the upper body throughout the day, often without us noticing. The Japanese believe that stress tends to settle in the shoulders, and letting it go at night ensures you enter sleep unburdened. Each roll feels like shedding the weight of the day, a reminder that tomorrow is a fresh start. Finally, there is the full body stretch with deep breathing. Lying flat, arms overhead, you lengthen the body as much as possible, reaching through the fingertips and toes. You hold for a few breaths and then relax completely. This resets the body, lengthens the spine, and gently prepares you for the transition into sleep. It feels like a closing ritual, a way of telling your body the day's work is done and it is safe to rest. Together, these 5 movements are more than physical exercises. They are nightly rituals of care, mindfulness, and gratitude for the body. They require no gym, no equipment, and no complicated instructions. Just a willingness to pause, breathe, and honour the body's needs before rest. They remind us that health does not have to be hard or out of reach. It can be as simple as lying in bed and moving gently, the way Japanese elders have done for generations, proving that consistency and care are the real secrets to ageing well. When it comes to maintaining health and vitality after 60, one of the greatest lessons we can learn from Japanese elders is that the path to strength and longevity is not about intensity, but about consistency. Many people believe that to see results they need to push harder, sweat more, or perform complex workouts, yet the truth is that the body thrives when it is cared for steadily and gently every single day. Japanese elders show us that lasting health does not come from bursts of effort, followed by long gaps of inactivity, but from small, repeated habits that weave themselves into daily life. It is this rhythm of gentle persistence that builds resilience in the muscles, flexibility in the joints, and calmness in the mind. Think of the bedtime movements practiced in Japan. They are not dramatic or strenuous, yet when performed every night they accumulate powerful benefits. A knee-to-chest stretch each evening gently nourishes the spine, ankle rotations keep circulation flowing, and shoulder rolls release daily tension. None of these takes more than a few minutes, yet when done consistently, the results speak louder than any intense program. The body wakes with less stiffness, sleep becomes deeper, and energy lasts longer throughout the day. This is the beauty of consistency. It allows small actions to grow into great change. Consistency also creates a deeper relationship with the body. By showing up daily, even for a few minutes, you develop awareness of your joints, your breath, and your posture. You begin to notice what feels tight, what feels free, and what needs more attention. This gentle awareness prevents injury, builds confidence, and makes movement feel less like a chore and more like an act of self-respect. Japanese elders often treat their nightly routines as rituals of gratitude, acknowledging that by repeating these motions every evening, they are honoring the body that has carried them through decades of life. This respectful, patient approach helps them maintain independence well into their older years. Science, too, reminds us that consistency matters more than intensity. Muscles respond better to steady, repeated activation than to occasional bursts of overexertion. Joints stay healthier when moved gently and regularly, rather than being forced into strenuous activity once in a while. Even the mind benefits from repetition, as familiar habits signal safety and stability, helping reduce stress and anxiety. This is why so many Japanese elders live with calmness and vitality well beyond the age of 80 or 90. They build their health one day at a time. The magic lies in creating habits you can sustain. Anyone can start strong, but true transformation comes from showing up every single day. That is why 5 simple bedtime movements practiced nightly can be more effective than hours at the gym done inconsistently. The body responds to gentle daily care far more positively than to intense effort followed by neglect. Over time, these small, consistent actions turn into powerful routines that preserve mobility, restore energy, and extend vitality, proving that consistency, not intensity, is the real secret to lasting health after 60. One of the most powerful lessons we can learn from Japanese elders is that diet is not about restriction or complicated rules, but about balance, variety, and mindfulness. After the age of 60, the way we fuel the body becomes even more important, not only for maintaining strength and energy, but also for supporting healthy digestion, strong bones, and a resilient immune system. In Japan, elders often live by the principle of hara hachibu, which means eating until you are about 80% full. This practice encourages people to eat slowly, listen to their body's signals, and stop before feeling heavy or uncomfortable. By following this habit, they naturally avoid overeating and give the digestive system the gentle care it needs to function smoothly as the body ages. The Japanese way of eating is also colourful and diverse, with meals built around fresh vegetables, seasonal fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains. Instead of relying heavily on processed foods or large portions of meat, they enjoy smaller servings of fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fermented foods like miso and pickled vegetables that promote gut health, and a wide variety of plant-based dishes that provide essential vitamins, minerals, and fibre. This balance helps keep inflammation low, supports brain function, and maintains steady energy throughout the day. For older adults, this approach to food is particularly beneficial because it reduces the risk of chronic diseases such as heart problems, diabetes, and digestive discomforts that become more common with age. Another important aspect of the Japanese diet is the way meals are presented and enjoyed. Food is often served in small bowls and plates with different flavours, textures, and colours that make eating a mindful, joyful experience. By paying attention to the appearance and taste of each dish, elders eat more slowly and with greater satisfaction. This slows down the digestive process in a healthy way, gives the body time to register fullness, and prevents the mindless eating that can lead to weight gain or discomfort. After 60, Eating in this intentional manner supports not only physical health, but also emotional well-being, turning meals into a daily practice of gratitude. Fermented foods, a staple in the Japanese diet, are another reason why elders enjoy such long, healthy lives. Items like miso soup, natto, and pickled vegetables are rich in probiotics that nourish gut bacteria, which in turn boosts immunity and improves digestion. A healthy gut is linked to stronger bones, clearer thinking, and even better mood stability, which are all important factors for older adults. Adding a small portion of these foods to daily meals can make a noticeable difference in how the body feels and functions. Portion control, balance, and variety are the heart of this way of eating. You do not need to completely adopt Japanese cuisine to benefit from these principles. By choosing smaller portions, filling half your plate with vegetables, including more fish or plant-based proteins, and practicing mindful eating, you can support your body's needs in a way that feels natural and sustainable. For elders, this balanced approach to diet is not about restriction, but about nourishment and respect for the body. It is about enjoying food in a way that promotes vitality and longevity, turning every meal into an opportunity to strengthen health and preserve energy for the years ahead. In Japan, the secret to healthy aging goes far beyond exercise and diet alone. It is woven into everyday lifestyle habits that keep the body active, the mind engaged, and the heart connected to others. Elders in Japan often do not think of movement as something separate from life. Instead, it is naturally built into their day. They walk to markets, climb stairs, tend to gardens, and keep their homes in order. These small, regular actions ensure that their joints remain mobile and their muscles stay strong without the need for heavy workouts or structured gym routines. By weaving movement into daily life, they avoid the sedentary patterns that can quickly lead to weakness, stiffness, and loss of independence as people age. Even light household chores or tending to a small plant can be powerful forms of exercise when practiced consistently over years. But lifestyle habits extend beyond physical activity. Social connections form an equally important part of Japanese elders' health. In communities across the country, older adults gather with friends, neighbours, and family to share meals, attend festivals, or simply chat. This culture of togetherness fosters a sense of belonging and reduces loneliness, which is a silent challenge for many people over 60. Studies around the world show that strong social ties can reduce stress, lower the risk of depression, and even extend lifespan. In Japan, where the concept of moai represents a lifelong circle of friends who support one another, this cultural value has helped many live not just longer lives, but happier ones. Another key habit is living with purpose. Japanese elders often embrace the idea of ikigai, or a reason to get up in the morning. It may be caring for a garden, cooking for family, volunteering, or passing down traditions to younger generations. This sense of purpose gives them direction, motivation, and joy. Even as the body changes with age, the mind and spirit thrive when there is meaning in each day. For someone over 60, finding or nurturing a personal ikigai can be the difference between merely existing and truly living with vibrancy and fulfillment. Rest and balance also play a role in this lifestyle. Unlike cultures that push constant productivity, Japanese elders prioritize small moments of rest, whether through tea rituals, meditation, or quiet time spent in nature. These pauses prevent exhaustion, restore energy, and keep stress levels low. They understand that balance is not a luxury, but a necessity for longevity. This balance is reflected in how they approach food, movement, and even relationships, creating a harmonious lifestyle that supports both physical and emotional health. All of these habits combined create an environment where elders remain active, engaged, and positive well into their later years. Their days are not defined by rigid schedules or exhausting efforts, but by simple routines that nurture both body and mind. By staying active in daily tasks, cultivating friendships, living with purpose, and balancing effort with rest, Japanese elders model a lifestyle that proves aging can be a graceful and fulfilling journey. In many parts of the world, aging is often seen as a decline, a slow fading of energy and ability, but in Japan, elders embrace it as a natural and even beautiful stage of life. This perspective comes from a deep cultural respect for wisdom, patience, and the gifts that come with growing older. Instead of focusing on what is lost, Japanese elders focus on what can still be gained: insight, calmness, and the ability to appreciate life in its simplest forms. This positive mindset toward aging is a powerful lesson for anyone over 60, because the way we think about our years shapes the way we experience them. When you see aging not as a burden but as a privilege, every day feels lighter, and every moment feels more meaningful. Japanese elders often carry themselves with gratitude for their bodies, even when those bodies are slower or less flexible than they once were. They see the wrinkles, the grey hair, and the softened steps not as flaws, but as symbols of the journey they have taken. This acceptance allows them to live with peace rather than frustration. Instead of comparing themselves to younger people or dwelling on what they can no longer do, they focus on what remains possible. This is why many Japanese elders continue to cook, garden, walk, and engage in community life well into their 80s and 90s. Their mindset frees them from limitations because they do not see age as an obstacle but as a teacher. A positive outlook also directly impacts health. Studies show that people who view aging with optimism live longer, recover faster from illness, and experience less cognitive decline. The Japanese approach proves this in real life, where many communities of elders thrive in both physical and mental health because of their perspective. Stress levels are lower when you are not fighting against age, but embracing it. Even small acts like practicing nightly stretches or enjoying a simple meal feel more fulfilling when done with gratitude. This mindset is also tied to resilience. Life inevitably brings challenges, especially in later years, whether in the form of health issues, loss of loved ones, or physical changes. Yet Japanese elders often meet these challenges with calmness, leaning on inner strength and acceptance rather than despair. Their philosophy is rooted in the idea that every stage of life has its own beauty. By focusing on what they can control, caring for their health, nurturing relationships, and living with purpose, they create joy despite difficulties. This resilience is one of the reasons they live not just long lives, but lives filled with contentment. Perhaps the most inspiring aspect of this mindset is how it transforms daily habits. When you view aging positively, practicing self-care becomes an act of respect rather than a chore. Stretching at night, eating balanced meals, and maintaining social ties are not obligations. They are celebrations of the body and life itself. Each routine becomes a way of saying thank you for the gift of another day. This is the true secret Japanese elders carry with them. The knowledge that aging is not something to fear, but something to honour, a chance to live with dignity, gratitude and joy in every season of life.